Hello, Gemini. How are you? I am Colleen. I'm the Creative Gypsy, and I am also a Gemini. So I'm very curious to see how November works out for us. My sun sign is Gemini. My moon sign is Cancer. Lately, I've been feeling strongly the effects of Cancer, I guess you could say. But it always feels great to be in the energy of a Gemini. There's always so much fun. Like when they're in the right energy, when they're in a clear, positive energy, they're just so much fun. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing where this reading takes us this month. Hopefully we don't have to deal with any more of our karmic patterns. I feel like we've all been dealing with that this year, especially since the solar eclipse in Leo this past August. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, my website's thecreativegypsy.net. If you want a private reading, you can go there. This is a general reading for everyone that's in the sign of Gemini, for sun sign, moon sign, and ascendant. So if you feel like this reading doesn't really resonate with you, definitely check out your moon and ascendant in those signs for more guidance, because sometimes we're more influenced by those signs during certain times of the year. So yeah, feeling good Gemini vibes. So I'm doing your reading from the Wildwood Tarot with my tarot cards, and then I'm also going to pull two from Nature's Whispers Oracle card deck. Oh, it's upside down. There you go. The artwork is amazing. I love it. Ooh, all kinds of cards dumping out. Okay. All right, so let me just really tap in here. What does Gemini need to know for the month of November 2017? God, I'm just feeling so good right now. That's just, that's like the energy that I'm picking up from you guys. Sorry for the loud noises outside my window. Can't really control that. I feel like there's this newfound energy that's occurred since the beginning of this month, where we finally feel like ourselves again. We're in that Gemini vibe, excited for taking on new things. Maybe that's why I finally decided to dive in to this, to doing readings online. Like I had attempted it in the beginning of the year, and then I kind of cowered away from it. But now I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just doing what I want. I don't care anymore. You know? Like, I mean, I care, but I'm not letting outside influences affect me anymore. I feel like I've learned lessons this year. And I feel like we're on the other side of it now, hopefully. But I feel like if anything else comes up, I feel like we're gonna be able to handle it now. Stronger energy. occurring. Heyo, whoa, 3 cards. I'm keeping them there. That was for the very last one. So we got 3 for, so we have, I pull 3 cards for each week of the month. So that's 12, but it looks like for us we have 14. Because we deserve a little more. That's just how we are. So now I'm going to be pulling the Oracle cards. Only 2. You can think of this as like a summary of what it is we're going into detail about with the tarot cards, or as like an exclamation point at the end of the tarot sentence. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Okay, just leaving that there, and then I'm gonna get the other one. I just did the reading for Cancer, and yep, so I just did the reading for Cancer, and their challenge was what our theme is this month. The ideal course of action card. I love this artwork. Look how amazing that is. And then our challenge is be your best self always. So this is going to be interesting doing a reading. I feel like I'm doing a reading for myself. It's like what's happening right now. So listening to your inner guidance and trusting that you are on the right path. Trusting that where you decide to go this month is the right way to go, and trusting your judgment over others. Maybe in the past you've doubted yourself and your ability to make decisions, but this month we are standing in our strength and our confidence in our decisions, and really just trusting that as long as we are making decisions from a place of intuitive guidance, that we can feel at ease in knowing that it's the right way to go, as opposed to making decisions through our ego, selfish energy. We're rising above that this month, and like tapping into the universe and understanding which way is the right way to go, because we are going towards our passions now. So we're going towards what brings out the best in us, really. So that's our challenge this month, is what is it that you're doing that, like, what is bringing out the best in you? What actions are you taking in your life that bring out the best in you? Are you doing things that are opposing this energy? Like, we want to approach everything that we do from our highest good. So first, getting ourselves into this energy of our highest good and understanding, who we are when we're our best selves, when we are the best version of ourselves. And then from that place, then intuitively taking action from there. So whatever challenges come our way, we need to approach it with that energy. So let me just move into the cards now. So the first week is you finally are feeling some clarity about something that you've been struggling to see for a while. Maybe you've been feeling attacked in the past, but I feel like you are past that vibe now, that you're past that victim energy now, and you're finally feeling strong enough to crawl out of your hole, basically. Like maybe you've gone into hiding because so much shit's been thrown at you this year. Feeling like the victim of the situation, feeling like you're being attacked by others, and energetically or physically or, you know, emotionally, verbally, whatever. And so you've kind of gone into hiding, either mentally or physically gone into hiding, kind of shied away, like kind of closed off the best version of your Gemini self. And now this month you're finally like, you know what? Like you're finally seeing like a break in the trees here. And there's a car alarm. So you're finally seeing through all this shit and feeling confident enough to step out into the world again. And I feel like you may feel it more strongly during the full moon, which is today, November 4th, the full moon in Taurus. So the Taurus full moon is, Taurus is really good at like seeing things for what they are, as opposed to getting wrapped up in the emotional energy of things. So getting grounded, really like, all right, let's deal with this shit now. You know what I mean? Like we've gone through all the emotional aspects of what it was that we went through, and now it's like, okay, now we have to move forward. Now we need to address this in a realistic sense, or like a physical, in the real world. Like it's time to get back out there, is what I'm basically trying to say. So we're feeling like it's time to get back out there, back out into the world again. Let's see here. I just want to check this out because two cards that are like directly next to each other in the order of cards are in the same week. So I find that interesting. I just want to look at that really quickly. Okay, so the second week seems a little like there's some kind of challenge where you feel like you need to make a decision. Clearing away I feel like this is your first challenge since you've gone through everything that you've gone through and went into hiding, and we're trying to like mentally wrap our mind around what occurred, and now we're like, okay, like I'm ready to come out into the world now, like I'm gonna tiptoe out here. And then the second week comes around and we're already faced with a challenge. Like the universe is kind of testing, like, okay, did you learn your lesson? Because we're gonna have you face something here, and we want to see how you react to it, is basically the energy that I'm getting here. So you may find yourself around certain people that may test you. For me personally, I have found that the karmic pattern that I've been trying to clear, that I feel like I understand it now, and now I'm like, okay, now I have to put it into action from here on out, the lessons that I've learned. So for me, it is boundaries, in so many different ways, like not allowing others to overstep my boundaries and making sure that people understand what those boundaries are, and then voicing, like making it known when they do overstep, instead of letting them overstep my boundaries over and over again, not saying anything until, I finally blow up, and then I kick them out of my life. Like, why haven't you figured this out? And people are like, what do you mean? You've never said anything to me, and now you're blowing up. And I'm like, you should know this. Why can't you read my mind? Kind of a thing. So making your boundaries known to others, voicing it. Sorry about that. Lost space on my phone. Okay, so the second week we are going to be challenged. We may be challenged by others, so that we can clear away the energy of that karmic pattern. I believe it's boundaries is the pattern here, or like respect, like making sure that we are respected by others and acting on it when we feel that we are not respected. I feel like things are gonna start moving faster in your life in the second week. Things are changing and moving a lot faster. There's a lot of action occurring in the second week, moving at a fast pace. So just making sure you're respecting your needs during this time. But also, I feel like this is like the first challenge that we face. And how are we reacting to what is occurring during this week? So are we flying off the handle and being extremely emotionally reactive, or are we like giving pause to the situation and like staying strong, standing our ground, and voicing our needs if they're not being met? The third week, there's some other kind of challenge going on here. So I feel like this month we're going to be tested a lot to see if we've learned the lesson finally. This is like something going on between two people. I see a fight happening here. In the home. This is home. So I feel like, and then we have Ace of Bows, Ace of Wands, Spark of Life, but it's in reverse. So I feel like you may be feeling really good the start of this month, like ready to take on the day and like move forward and like, yeah, I'm gonna, start acting on what it is that makes me happy, because I know that I'm on the right path from here on out, because I'm approaching everything from the best version of myself at the beginning of this week, beginning of this month, and so I know that I'm on the right path. Things are starting to move at a greater pace from here on out, and then we get faced with this challenge where we come head to head with another person, and it may affect our energy level, and this is when we have to really be like, okay, so I want to approach this issue from a place of respect from a place of respect for myself and respect for the other person. I'm going to acknowledge your concerns towards whatever this issue is. Like, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to what you have to say, and then I'm going to take it into account, and then I'm going to respond coming from a place of respect and love for the other person, not from a defensive place where I feel like I'm being attacked. More of like understanding that there's an issue here. I'm like kind of rationalizing the situation. There is a possibility that this challenge may affect your creativity, your inspiration. It may slow it down, it may cause delays in what it is that you're trying to achieve in your life. So I feel like your creativity is directly affected by your energy levels and your emotional levels. So this is very important. This challenge that you face in the 3rd week, it's very important that you pay attention to the part that you are playing in the situation, and because it's going to directly affect your creative inspirations, the potential for something great coming in your life. It may delay it. Oh, I put these in the wrong spot. Okay. So it seems like this new endeavor that you are trying to work on may feel like it's fleeting. I feel like Gemini is really good. It's like Geminis are like children. They go after something that they love because they're like, ooh, what's this? Something shiny. Let's go over there and try this out. And then after a while, you're like, you know what? I'm really not into this anymore. Ooh, there's something shiny over here. Let's go over here and check it out and see what's going on. Ooh, you know what? I'm not really feeling it. Now that I've understood what's going on here, like, I don't know if I really want this. So I feel like that's gonna come up again for you. Maybe that's another issue going on here. For most Geminis is sticking with something once you've started it, basically. So I feel like that's a potential here. Like, you're feeling inspired to start something new. You're moving forward with it because you're feeling so inspired. Like, when you are in this like inspirational way of being, like, everything just starts flowing for you. Every time you get this wonderful idea and you're like, yeah, let's do it. Like, everything starts flowing and it's great, and all of a sudden, like, you're faced with some kind of challenge and it affects your energy and you're like, I don't know if I like this anymore. And that's why you bounce around to so many different things, because you only approach things from at a surface level. Like, you dance along the surface of everything, you learn everything at a surface level instead of going deep into it. Ah, there it is. There it is. So every other sign, including us, we're in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is all about diving deeper into those issues that we've been ignoring, that we've been facing our entire lives, that we pretend is not really an issue, and all that stuff. So I feel like that is the challenge. this month is pushing through and continuing forward. So, okay, so we've got this challenge, and it may cause delays because we're not sure how to move forward, because we feel like because now we're starting to get discouraged. And towards the end of the month, we start feeling like maybe we're just throwing shit at a wall to see what sticks. Not really paying attention anymore. We're giving up. We don't really feel dedicated anymore. The inspiration has left us. And so now everything feels like a struggle. Look at this, like, not paying attention to what it is that we are doing is affecting us later on. See, these arrows are being flung everywhere. And then here they are being thrown at us later on. We're dealing with the mess that we've created. We're trying to avoid dealing with it. So then when we get, this is the end of the month. So feeling a little bit discouraged, feeling like it's a struggle now, what it is that we're going through, and not sure if we want to continue moving forward. The only way that we are going to be able to continue moving forward, which, we know this time around, we have to remind ourselves at the beginning of the month, where this time around we know that we're on the right path. Really, any time in the past, we could have been on the right path if we just stayed dedicated to it. But this time it's like, now you really have to stay committed. You have to stay committed. Because otherwise you're just going to keep going through this cycle of trying something new and then getting discouraged and then getting afraid that it's not going to work out and then quitting. And then trying something new and then seeing the struggle in it and then being afraid it's not going to work out and then quitting, and then moving on to something else. It's like this cycle we keep going through. We have to find the balance in it, because now our creativity is being directly affected by this fear that we have. It's blocking. So let me just look at this one card. And this also kind of ties into what I was saying earlier about boundaries. Okay, so it's saying that in order for us to be balanced from here on out, so we have 6 cards in the last week of the month. And here's the 3 that are together. So in order for us to stay balanced, we have to rely on ourselves and feel confident in our abilities to continue forward, and trust our own judgment over others. Stop giving our power away by allowing others to make our decisions for us. Not feeling confident in, like, when we start feeling the fear is when we start doubting ourselves, and then we look outside of ourselves for the answer. We look to others to let us know if we're on the right path. But if they don't understand why we're on the path that we're on, they may give us the wrong advice. And then we're taking the wrong advice. And then we're fucking moving forward doing the wrong thing. And then we start resenting ourselves. And then we might resent them for giving us the wrong advice. And then being like, you should have known. You know, now I got to start all over, doing something else, or whatever. I don't know. So this is saying, getting yourself balanced and trusting only yourself so that you're avoiding being taken advantage of. This is the Fool in reverse. This indicates being taken advantage of. And this is my favorite. This is how I see myself in the tarot. The Empress, the green woman in this deck. She's all about creativity. And when it's in reverse, there's a creative block. There's some kind of serious block here. So to push through your creative block, you need to own your shit and stop giving your power away to others. Stop going down the wrong path based on other people's decisions. Trusting in yourself and like getting yourself balanced so that you know that you're on the right path. You have to make sure you stay balanced. So how do you stay balanced? Well, Gemini is a very mental, like we live in our heads. I feel like we live in our heads more than we live in the real world around us. And to get ourselves balanced, we need to balance the energy between the ether, the thought realm, and the physical realm. So how do we do that? We need to make sure we're staying grounded in what we eat and how we act, what we're doing. We need to go outside, get our feet in the grass, really get grounded that way, get ourselves rooted, eat grounding foods, potatoes, carrots, you know, grounding foods like that. I really feel like doing something physical, starting to exercise in some way or another. I really feel that yoga is going to be very important for you to get into or get back into this month, so that your energy stays balanced throughout this month. And I just really want to say that the third week of this month, around Thanksgiving, you may start to lose hope. You may start to feel discouraged about the endeavor that you started to embark on in the beginning of this month. But I'm telling you, just push through it. Just push through it. You gotta keep going. You know, everything isn't always, you know, rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes you're going to meet an obstacle here and there, and you have to work through it. You have to address it and work through it instead of ignoring it and avoiding it and quitting and starting over, in one way or another. Don't give up. Do not give up. Stay balanced. Trust that the decision you made in the beginning of this month was the right decision. Stand by it. Stand your ground. But doing it from a positive place. Doing it from the best version of yourself. Not from a negative, you know, place where like you almost want to be like, fuck everybody. I'm doing what I want. I don't care if this affects you. I'm doing it my way. Not doing it like that. You know, coming from a balanced, energetically balanced place where you can objectively view all sides of the issue instead of, you know, my way or the highway kind of thing. I do also want to say another way of getting balanced. I really strongly recommend lavender oil this month. Lavender essential oil, like high quality oil, you know, like doing a dab on your wrists, because the body parts that affect Gemini the most are their lungs and their arms and their wrists and hands. So like I always put lavender oil on my wrists, and I feel like I almost feel it immediately, the effects of lavender, where it mellows you out. So if you start feeling like you're high up in your head and you're feeling anxious and like, you can't catch a breath almost, getting that lavender oil is a quick way of, mellowing out that energy, that anxious energy, so that you can keep moving forward and staying balanced. Making sure that you're getting plenty of rest this month, because things are going to be moving a lot faster for you. I know that a lot of people are saying that the full moon in Taurus is going to create this slowing down energy this month. But I think for you, you're going to want to move fast. So, finding the balance in that, moving a little faster than you've been moving lately, but not to the point where you feel rushed or anxious. Moving forward positively, from a place of excitement and joy and anticipation for the future, and just an excitement for what's coming, instead of a fear that it's not going to work out and feeling discouraged and maybe I should just give up, and all that low vibe. So just pay attention to your energy levels and trust that you are on the right path. I feel like I just want to keep talking to you, because that's just how Geminis are. This is how we communicate. Our communication is through our voice, basically. So stop silencing yourself, stand your ground, stand up for yourself, speak up when you need to, but from a place of love, not from a place of aggression or anger, is the key this month. Don't give up. There you go, Gemini. That is your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed giving this reading and reading it for myself, because it's really nice to hear for myself that everything can work out if we are balanced, if we make sure that we stay balanced this entire month, and really trusting ourselves over others' decisions, because they don't know. Nobody knows our life purpose except for us. That's just like how it is. You cannot expect somebody else to tell you what is the right way. Like, the only way to really know is by connecting within, with your guides and with your higher power, with God, Goddess, Gaia, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Staying connected that way is your inner GPS for knowing which road to take. No one knows the right road to take except for you. So stay confident, keep moving forward. I believe in you. You can do it. You can do it. I am so excited to see where this energy takes you next month and in this upcoming year. If you would like a private reading with me, please go to my website, thecreativegypsy.net. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube videos. It really means a lot to me if you share the love. And let me know how I'm doing. If you think that I should be doing things a little bit differently, like if maybe if you can't hear me, or if you have advice for a different format, let me know. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you want an annual reading, like a yearly reading for this upcoming year, go to my website, thecreativegypsy.net. I can let you know what to expect for the upcoming year based on the energy that you are presenting in this moment. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram / the Creative Gypsy. And I think that is it. I am so excited about this reading. Can't wait to see where we go from here. And I wish you all the luck this month. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. Have a great November. And happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating. Take care.